Deep down, you may still be that same bright kid you used to be. But it's not who you are underneath. It's what you do that defines you.
Alright guys, what's going on? How are y'all? I hope you guys are having a good one here. Okay, let's go through some of this here. Let's take a look at markets here. Obviously it's the summer month, so we're going to be a lot slower than expected here. Let's go take a look at some stuff here in the fundamentals aspect. Here, we'll hit all US news here. Okay, so even low news. Nothing really crazy here. Obviously no high impact. Medium impact, you have gasoline stocks. That's definitely a big change here. Friday, no big major impact news other than Tuesday. So this week's been really slow. This report comes out tomorrow here. Metals, last report from last Friday. I was very curious, right? I was curious to see what they had with crypto. I'm still in sells in crypto. Still buys actually with energy. Buys with currency. Look at that. Look at how much buys are coming in. How many orders are locked in right now. That's crazy. Right? Seeing all that in live time, guys. USD CAD buy. Grains are even like not high. Financials, indices are pretty low here. USD CAD. What I would say, really the buys that we're looking for are USD CAD and gold. Look at that. Look at how high that is. That's like ridiculous here. We got to hold in 7 days and then everything else here in the future. I'm going to take a look at Dixie here, see kind of what's going on here with Dixie. We don't need to really take a look at Bitcoin here. We know that Bitcoin's going to short from here. I want to take a look at SPX today. Go over Dixie here now. Breaking structure obviously to the upside here, like I talked about on the last call in the last session here. Break of structure here as we're moving higher into the daily. Price is starting to slow down just a little bit, right? We're still on this upward trend. We're in order flow now to possibly move to the upside and break through, hopefully mitigate. If not, next week Dixie will start to come back down again. And SPX might rally just because when the dollar index goes downward, assets start to rise. Two possibilities. Mitigation here, and this thing sells off and breaks structure here, and we would know that, and then that means we buy indices. Or, realistically, if we break here tomorrow, come and mitigate here. Some major news. Dixie, we break through high. We start breaking this high. Dixie, it's going to skyrocket at least to the 102s. Okay, so let's just wait to see how the reaction is, but it's an order flow. Dixie is an order flow. Needs to mitigate this zone. Once that mitigation happens, it will run. We just need a break here, right? That's all we're really looking for here with structure. All right, this thing is consolidating. Indices today, huge consolidation. You know what's funny about this is if you go to the daily, look at what it looks like on the daily and the 12-hour. Just one big FU back and forth, right? We talked about that, right? So in times like this, the only way to make money is trading in between the consolidation, right? That would be going on the lower time frame. Not even trading the trending, but like on the 5-minute like scalper, like 5 to 10 minute scalps, right? Trading those areas. Sells here, the buys here, the buys here. Again, what's my thoughts on SPX overall? Long term, I'm very much bearish here. Okay, we have that break of structure here. That mitigation that happened today, it's part of this mitigation. Right? All right, so you've had mitigation happen back and forth in this area, this area, this area. I think it's going to sell off tomorrow, realistically. I think this is going to sell off tomorrow. Again, not too much news. That's a huge problem. Yeah, you see that gap? That gap needs to get filled. Price will come here to short tomorrow. I'm looking for shorts tomorrow on almost everything here. Swipe a liquidity of these highs. Same thing, right? This thing will probably short tomorrow. Nas came to our zone like yesterday. Shorted here, came, mitigated. Very curious here where Nas goes next because, to be honest, it looks like it's going to create a lower low. So Nas is most likely going to sell off here. We're going to see it sell off probably back to these lows or even lower. We're in order flow for Nas, so expecting sells. Russell came, shot down. All right, let's go over US oil. Wow, this is what I was going through yesterday. Yep, once it said that oil broke that structure, oil is going to skyrocket. Yeah, nothing stopped the oil. Oil's going to 100 for sure, at least up to these highs. Yeah, that's not good at all. Let's look at something on X real quick. I just want to see some guys. Let's see this here.
I hate to say this, but the stock market, the financial markets are no longer retail. It's just a few people who control all the resources. And SpaceX, OpenAI, and Anthropic, I mean, like, it's a pump and dump scheme where these investors are going to blow it to the moon, and then when retail comes in, they're just going to dump it. And keep on going. They can keep on doing this forever because, again, only a few people, BlackRock, Vanguard, Blackstone, these companies, they control all the money in the world, right? So it's a casino. It's a house we'll always win. So get out of the stock market. That's my best advice. Get out of the stock market. You look at oil futures. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. The Strait of Hormuz has been closed for the past 3 months, and oil should be at $200 by now. It's not. And this tells you that these financial markets are rigged.
To an extent, he's right. But not fully, because he doesn't understand that like fundamentals play a huge role in the market either.
Iran-backed Houthi terrorists from Yemen say they have targeted Saudi oil tankers that violated their naval blockade. Chief International Correspondent Steve Harrigan is in Tel Aviv tonight with the latest on that. Good evening, Steve.
Good evening, Brett. This war is certainly changing by the hour, and this is a most significant development, also confirmed by maritime security experts, that the Houthis have targeted and hit at least one tanker, perhaps two, that were carrying Saudi oil in the Red Sea. This basically broadens the war. It creates a second front and really puts the risk of chaos in the world oil market at a much higher level. It happened just a short time ago. The Houthis had threatened to target and blockade Saudi oil. Even that threat alone was enough to make several tankers turn around, make U-turns, head north out of a longer and more expensive route out of the Suez Canal. Now that they have struck and disabled at least one tanker, possibly two, that's really going to change things. Saudi Arabia had been trying to move millions of barrels of oil out of the Red Sea, trying to flee from the chaos in the Strait of Hormuz. Now that route, at least in the short term, may be closed. If you think about it, 10% of the world's oil threatened out of the Strait of Hormuz, another 7% possibly if this can hold up in the Red Sea. So certainly a big development there. And more tough talk as well from Iran's political elite. On one hand, you have the speaker coming out and saying, posting all or none, basically saying, if Iran is not allowed to sell its oil, no country, no neighboring country in the region will be permitted to sell any oil at all. The foreign minister also taking a page from the Old Testament, saying basically an eye for an eye. That's Iran's policy, responding to President Trump's threat on infrastructure in Iran, striking civilian infrastructure for each time Iran targets a ship in the Strait of Hormuz. He's saying it'll be an eye for an eye, striking back against America in kind, not just America, but also any country as well that contributes to America's efforts. And finally, one more worrisome note, United Kingdom now saying it's pulling all of its diplomats out of Iran immediately. They'll operate their embassy remotely. Brett, back to you.
Just getting word, Steve, of the 12th consecutive night of U.S. military strikes in Iran. Steve Harrigan in Tel Aviv.
I was just 21 or 2.
Yeah, oil's gonna 100% skyrocket here, guys. This is what I'm looking for. Pull back, full-blown break of structure here. We're gonna moon. Gold from fear will start to rally here soon again. So the last signal I called more buys. Even recently called even more buys here. What I'm looking at here is not just another break of structure. I'm looking at the second right here of this internal wave, right? But this here, this break of structure really solidified this as a shift in momentum here, right? That's what I want you guys to be aware of. Look at this. Break, 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 right? You see that? Super intense. We're gonna head for these highs. I think this is most likely gonna pull back now to a major external indecision area and then run again. So the next buy that I'm calling will probably be from, instead of these lows, next one's gonna be here. And I expect this to for sure break structure here slowly. Which I probably see price go into at least, let's look at this here. At least to this zone here, 1.62. That's kind of what I'm looking for. We can look at, yeah, let's look at gold futures here. Yeah, it already did come to that zone. Wow, on gold futures. But on gold FX, it hasn't yet. Wow, that is crazy. Holy shit. So it might already run and rally here, or you might see FX drop first and then run. But I'm looking for a big, beautiful buy right there. Okay, guys. USD CAD. I want to see it go a little bit lower here and then run and rally. USD CAD's a long-term buy, and then in BTC, I'm still in sells, guys. Still in BTC sells, right? In the long term. Still selling. I am still selling BTC. I just want to see this break here. An additional break here. Right? A break right here would be amazing. Because if I can get a break here, a pullback, I would sell again even more. I'm very leveraged. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm very leveraged on this trade. Once it does drop to 40K, I will be up over $40,000 on this. So I am, again, going to enter more sells here. Okay, once I get a break. I need confirmation now of a break of an indecisional candle, because this looks like this might have done its thing. It might have swiped as much liquidity as it could. I need a break here, retracement, pull back to the indecisional candle, and then a break downward here. So I'm excited for this trade. Very exciting trade. Okay, Nvidia looks okay. Nvidia looks like it might go higher, to be honest. It's breaking upward structure. Apple has been doing it, the same thing. Apple and Nvidia has been holding up SPX. Amazon looks like it might be going lower. Google does not look good. Meta does not look good. Nor does Tesla. Tesla looks pretty bad. Looks like Tesla might come all the way down to 350. Microsoft looks okay. Coinbase looks bad. Alright guys, I will be trading tomorrow morning. I'm sorry guys, I'm not feeling the best at all. I've been feeling very bad recently. So I hope you guys are doing well. But other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate it.